Good YouTube, Hero J here, and today I am back with part 3 of my review for Crisis on Infinite Earths, part 3, hour 3, and let me just say, shit went down in this episode, and it just left such a cliffhanger that we're gonna have to wait for like a month and a half, oh my god. But I'll get into that, so make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you'll never miss another video. So without further ado, let's get into this episode. This episode, I honestly love this episode. I know I said that for the other 2 episodes, but I genuinely mean it with this episode because there was a lot of emotion, there was a lot of, well, not a lot of action, but like there were certain parts where like there was like, oh my god, this is gonna be so insane. So let's just recap. This basically takes place, I believe, directly after part 2, I mean, where we found out 4 of the Paragons, which is Kingdom Come Superman, Sarah, why am I forgetting? Kingdom Come Superman, Sarah, Sarah White Canary, sorry if I'm forgetting, I have stutter problems, so, that's 2, Kate Kane, Batwoman, and Supergirl. So in this episode, we find out that there are 3 more, and there is the Paragon of Honor, the Paragon of Love, and the Paragon of Humanity. So the Paragon of Love is Martian Manhunter, John Johns. Then we find out that number 2, the Paragon of Love is Barry Allen, the Flash, and the number 7 is the Paragon of Humanity, which is Ryan Choi. So this whole episode is kind of like finding the last Paragon and all that stuff. We don't really get too much of Martian Manhunter, but this is basically this is the Flash portion of the entire thing. So we see lots of stuff with Flash characters based, and with Pariah coming back. We see Pariah in this episode. He helps Team Flash, well, the heroes, figure out how to stop the Anti-Monitor, and they kind of do it for a couple minutes, but I'll explain that later on in the video. So basically, Cisco, Caitlin, and Ralph, they come to the Wave Rider, and it's their mission to try to find the last Paragon, which is Ryan Choi. Find out who the final 3 Paragons are. 2 of them are already on the Wave Rider. They just have to find Ryan Choi, Flash, and Martian Manhunter. So after that, what then happens is that once I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm like saying things like wrong, just because I can't believe this episode, and 2, I have stutter problems. So if I'm saying that too much, my bad. But back to what I was saying. So basically, this whole episode has to deal with basically Flash based, and the thing that has been mentioned since the first episode of Flash, which is like 122 episodes ago, I think. Well, but I guess that like 122, I don't know. But which Flash vanishes. Sorry, Flash vanishes in Crisis. So this has been a lead up to that, and this is basically remember in the Flash season 6, Nash Wells, the new Harrison Wells doppelganger, he is kind of looking for Novu and like thinking like, oh, that's Novu, he needs to kill the false god. But in reality, it was the Anti-Monitor who told the Monitor to not the Monitor, Pariah Nash to release him, and then Nash became Pariah, and so after that, we find out what is inside that thing that he's been looking for, and we find out that the thing that created the antimatter wave is in that bunker in Central City, and we find out that Flash 90, like Earth 90 Flash, is the one who's like powering the antimatter generator. So when they find out that it's in Earth 90 Flash, Pariah goes away, and Vibe, well, yeah, because earlier the Monitor gives Vibe back his powers because Vibe is needed for this crisis. So what happens then is that the wave of antimatter, it's like generated in the cosmic treadmill is basically what is used the antimatter. The antimatter generator is being powered by oh my god, I'm terrible at this. The antimatter generator is powered by the cosmic treadmill, and a speedster, must power it. So the Anti-Monitor has Flash 90, Earth 90 Flash, trapped in like a force field, and when they free him, they find out that without that, the Anti-Monitor made a failsafe, so for whenever something happened, the 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 antimatter generator. Why am I forgetting things? The antimatter generator would just explode and wiping out all the remaining of Earths. And and I forgot, in the beginning of the episode we are introduced to hunters from the Birds of Prey show, which is another thing. So I'm still, oh my god, so much stuff happens in that stuff. So many stuff happens in this episode. It's like just insane. So yeah, we see Huntress. I just remembered that now, who is basically the daughter of Batman and Catwoman, but that's just like another Earth version. I think like Earth 200 something. I forgot. But so then we find out that that Pariah went to go get Jefferson Pierce, Black Lightning, which is the first ever time that any character from Black Lightning, the show entirely, had been brought into a crossover. So because yesterday's Black Lightning episode had to deal with the Crisis. It was like its version of it was basically its episode of Crisis. I mean, Crisis on Infinite Earths, but it had to mainly deal with like Jennifer and stuff. But I'm not talking about that show. So Pariah tells Jefferson, Black Lightning, that his Earth 73, which is the Earth that we find out what it is has been eliminated, and Black Lightning, he wants to punch Pariah so much, and he tells Pariah that he should have saved his family, not him. So, but like, he understands why he was brought there. His purpose was to try to absorb the power of the antimatter generator. And Barry realizes, Earth 1 Barry, he realizes that this is the moment. This is the thing that has been set up since episode 1 of The Flash, the vanish of Flash. So earlier in the episode we find out that Barry was talking to Iris saying, "Oh, it's time. What if this is it? What if this is the time that I vanish?" And Iris doesn't want to say goodbye to him. She doesn't want to leave. She doesn't want to leave his side. Because Iris, Ray, and Ralph, it's their mission to go find Ryan Choi. I'll get to that after what happens here. So Barry says his goodbyes. He's ready to die, but Earth 90 Flash, because the monitor said, Novu said that the Flash must die. He never said which one. So Earth 90 Flash, he sees everything that Barry has, and basically Earth 90 Flash, he doesn't have anything. He lost his wife, he lost his entire Earth, he lost all his friends, so he decides to make the sacrifice himself. So he makes the decision to go on the cosmic treadmill and sacrifice himself. That clip that we saw of like Barry supposedly getting ready to die, nope. That's what sort of happens, but it happens to Earth 90 Flash. John Wesley's ship, he's made so many cameos in this show, in The Flash in general, with playing Henry Allen, with playing Jay Garrick, and now with playing Earth 90 Flash. And something that's cool is that before he dies, like before he vanishes, we see like a clip from like from the 90s show, and like see him, him talking to his wife Tina, and like he knows he's getting ready to see his wife again. So yeah, so it was a very good way to like complete the story of Earth 90, of the 90s Flash. Kind of good way to complete it. So yeah, so we have that. R.I.P. Earth 90 Flash, R.I.P. Now before we get into like the Ryan Choi stuff, Diggle, Mia, and John, they're on like their own mission. Their mission is basically to try to bring Oliver's soul back, because in the last episode, in the last part 2, Oliver was kind of brought back, but only the monster part of him, because the Lazarus Pit brings a person back to life, but it does bring back their soul. So John, Diggle, and Mia, they go to Earth 666, Earth 666, where they see Lucifer, the devil, which is now confirmed that Lucifer is tied into the Arrowverse and all that stuff. R.I.P. Lucifer, because your universe is eliminated. So after that, we find out that that Lucifer is the devil himself. He gives John a card, and to get them into Purgatory, Lian-Yu, because that's where Oliver's soul is. So they decide to go to Lian-Yu, and they do find him, but we do find out that the Spectre, that the character that has been teased since, like, well, not really teased, but supposedly the most powerful character in all of DC Comics. So the Spectre comes in, and he basically, from what I could tell, he gives Oliver his power. So Oliver is now the Spectre. He's 100% the Spectre now. So we still have yet to see the legend, well, more of the legends, because currently we only see 4 of the legends. Sarah, Ray, Mick, and John. So we only see those 4. Hopefully when the Legends episode comes out in January 14th, we'll see more of them, like, I think I already said this in one of the previous episodes. But yeah, so now we're moving on to Ryan Choi. Basically, with Ryan Choi, we find that he's not a hero, he's just a scientist, and he's inspired by Ray Palmer, which is actually kind of accurate in the comics, because in the comics, Ryan Choi, he's kind of like the next Adam, and I think the reason that they brought him in was because I think Brandon Ralph said that he's leaving Legends in season 5. So they're gonna need a new Adam. So maybe bringing in Ryan Choi will have him like be the brand new Adam. And Ryan Choi is a Paragon. I already said that. So that happens. So they convince him to join. And I forgot to say this. Earth 1 is the only Earth that was left before Earth 90 Flash died. So when Earth 90 Flash died, that 100% stopped the antimatter wave. Unfortunately, if you remember from yesterday's episode where I said Harbinger had been taken over by the Anti-Monitor, that didn't end well. It did not end well 100%. So back to what. So basically, the Anti-Monitor takes control of Harbinger, and basically we see that this is an amazing ending because Harbinger's been taking control, and the Anti-Monitor, he has the power to make the antimatter wave himself. So he creates an antimatter wave that destroys all of Earth 1, which leaves all the people in the Wave Rider, all that's left of existence in the multiverse. So then, the Anti-Monitor kills the Monitor. He uses Harbinger to kill the Monitor, and we find out that the Anti-Monitor's real name is Mobius. So maybe we'll see like an origin story in when parts 4 and 5 come out. I don't know. Maybe we'll see like an origin story for that stuff. So yeah, that's what happens there. And then Pariah learns his role in the story. He has to get the 7 Paragons, which I've already said, but I'll just say it again. Sarah, Kara, Superman, well, Kingdom Come Superman, Kate, Barry, John Jones, and Ryan Choi. He's got to get them out of there, and the antimatter wave consumes Iris, consumes Earth 38 Superman, consumes Black Lightning, consumes it basically consumes every single and even Lila's body, but that antimatter, they lost, the universe is done, there's no more multiverse, all the lives in the multiverse are done, and also another thing, if you remember from Arrow Episode 1, Season 8, remember the antimatter wave that attacked Earth 2? That was a test to see if it would actually work with Earth 90 Flash. So I forgot to mention that. But then Pariah sends the 7 Paragons to the Vanishing Point, which we have not seen since like Season 2 of Legends, which is the place where the Time Masters were, but Leonard Snart, R.I.P., he sacrificed himself in Season 1, second to last episode of Legends, Season 1. He sacrificed himself to save them, so I'm hoping, please, I'm hoping that, Leonard Snart shows up in this crossover. It would be so dumb if Leonard Snart does not show up in any way or form, any shape or form. Cause, well, okay, nothing about it, yeah, cause the Leonard Snart voice was in the Wave Rider that they were in, because, as I said in yesterday's episode, the Wave Rider that they use is not like our Wave Rider, Earth 1 Wave Rider. I don't know why I'm saying our, but Earth 1 Wave Rider. So the 7 Paragons, they go to the Vanishing Point, which is like kind of, they're basically all that's left of reality. Them and the Anti-Monitor. They're basically all that's left of reality. So, but the most shocking thing, and then I'm just pissed off by this. I mean, I love the actor, but I'm just pissed off by this. We find out that before the Wave Rider vanished from existence, Lex Luthor grabbed a piece of the Book of Destiny that had the Paragons. He got rid of Superman, because Kingdom Come Superman was basically the last Superman. And the Kingdom Come Superman erased from existence, and Lex Luthor is now Paragon. Whoop-de-doo. Oh god. So that's basically the full recap. I don't think I forgot anything else. Oh, I forgot to mention this, but the Monitor and Lois, they actually have like a conversation, and we finally find out a little bit more of the Monitor. We find out that he had a family and that his Earth was destroyed by, I'm guessing, the Anti-Monitor. So yeah, honestly, I'm very excited. This is honestly a good cliffhanger to see what the hell's gonna happen next. Because as of right now, the Anti-Monitor, Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, Lex Luthor. Yeah, Anti-Monitor, Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, White Canary, Martian Manhunter, Ryan Choi. 5. Okay, well, the 7 Paragons now, and the Anti-Monitor, they are all that's left of reality itself. And from what it looked like in the teaser trailer, the promo for Part 4, it looks like the Anti-Monitor is going back in time to like recreate his own universe, and it's up to the 7 Paragons, the only heroes that are left in the multiverse, to try to stop him. And I'm guessing he's gonna have his shadow demons. Let's see how well that's gonna end. But honestly, I like this episode. Honestly, if I was to rank them, episode 1, number 1, episode 3, episode 2. That's my ranking. So when parts 4 and 5 come out, I'll do like a ranking for that. But as of right now, this is going to be the last Crisis on Infinite Earths recap and review I will be doing until parts 4 and 5 come out in a month. God, that's terrible. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Hero J. This is going to take a lot of my storage out, so I'm going to need to get rid of some storage. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Hero J. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.